Hey, this is Dale Sellers. Thank you so much for supporting the 95 podcast. Carolee and I really appreciate the way that you've stood with us and shared it, and it's continuing to grow, and we just are so thankful. As we come to the end of the summer, we're going to take a couple of weeks off and do what we call a podcast recast and share two podcasts that just had such impact. One was with Polly Hamp, as she shared her story about trauma. And then we're going to have our friend Marty Sawyers, the podcast that we share with him from the Full Strength Network. We're going to share those two podcasts with you. And then in a couple of weeks, we'll be back live with all new material. So thank you so much for sharing the podcast, for supporting it, and for being there for us. I hope you wrap up your summer really well, and you're so excited about what God's going to do in your life and through you over this fall season. So we're going to take a quick break, and then afterwards, we will share the podcast recast. So you worked in the secular arena, if there is such a thing, and then and then you worked in the church world. Which one was the hardest?
Church. Church, and not because it was harder. I think when you go into ministry, and I think people that are called into ministry and start working at church, you put an unhealthy responsibility on yourself for certain things. And it's like, oh, this is the bride of Christ. This is the church. And it's really, really important. And so not that some people might take on it, but it's just different. I mean, church world is, you think everyone is thinking about the church, the programs, all of this all the time. And then you realize, wow, no one was thinking about us at all until Sunday morning when they decided to, do I go or not go type of thing. And corporate world is like, hey, you know what? This is the way it is. And if you don't like it, go do something else type of thing. Not that it wasn't important what I was doing, but I guess maybe the personal satisfaction, the personal significance was different. So, but here's the other thing. My pastor, when he was talking me in or trying to recruit me to come out of corporate into church, he said, hey, there's two things. You think you know politics, you don't know church politics. And the other thing he said was, hey, when you're done, if you don't have scars, you probably didn't do a very good job.
Be sure to check out the full episode of the 95 podcast by going to 95network.org/podcast.